Good morning, everybody. This is Coach Candra with your Motivating Moment, and I'm excited to come with you as you kick off your new week. Listen, there are seasons in our life where we have things that I would call them Debbie Downers, right? Stuff happens to us, or we get a phone call that's disappointing, or we have a situation happen that we were unexpected of, or maybe you put some hope in a situation where you just believe that it's going to happen and you find out that it's not. You know, I have so many situations in my life where I feel like that. And I have to be honest with you, I'm one of those people is like when I get bad news or I feel defeated, I have to reprieve. I have to take a step back. And I'm not one of those people that gets in your face and verbally processes things. I actually have to step back because what happens for me is the mind battle begins immediately. And when I say the mind battle, I start to get those thoughts of, you obviously failed. You didn't do it enough. You didn't do it right. And I begin to have to take my thoughts captive immediately. And for me, and I want to encourage you and charge you that maybe even for you, that sometimes when those circumstances come up, that you just take a step back and you be still for a moment. And the reason I want to encourage you to do that is because what I have to do is I have to step back. I have to process it in my head, what I had just heard or what I'm just coming through. And then I have to go to the facts. And the facts are always something that we can hang on to. What the enemy loves to do is come and create confusion and start to create scenarios in your head that are not reality. And so when you take a moment to just step back and be still and think, okay, what's the reality here? What are the facts? What do I have to deal with? Then you can become in a position and you begin to be able to make solid decisions that are for your benefit. And I love in Isaiah 41:10, this is a scripture that I hang on to a lot because I have learned over the years of coming through situations that I can quickly get spin out in all of my thoughts, or I can step back, be still, and take it to the Lord. And when I take it to the Lord, this is what he says to us in Isaiah 41:10. He says, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Man, that gives me so much courage because God is our helper. And in crazy situations or crazy, things that happen, I don't want to say crazy, but just when something happens that kind of throws you through a loop, stepping back and just being still and taking it to the Lord and saying, God, I need you to help me in this. I need you to see this situation so clearly that I don't miss what you want for this situation, because God has already ordained our days. He has a plan for us, and his plans for us are for good. And so when we can slow ourselves down, take a step back, and not get out of, start to create scenarios that are not real, but we can take it to the Lord and say, okay, what do you want? What are you going to do in this situation? And how do I respond to what I've just heard? I want to encourage you, if you're in a situation, or say you're coming into the week and it's just, you're like, man, I have to face this. I've got to deal with this. I want you just to encourage you, get a cup of coffee, go sit by yourself for 10, 15 minutes and ask the Lord, what do you want me to do in this situation? And then here's the second part of that. I want you to write it down. I want you just to journal what you feel like you're hearing the Lord say, because he has the solution for everything. He sees everything in your life. And so as you're going into your week this week, I want you to be encouraged to know you're not alone, that your Papa God above has a plan for you. And as you sit back and you lean into him, God's promises is that he is with you. He is your God. He is your strength. He is your helper, and he will hold you up. Have an amazing day. God bless. I look forward to connecting with you next week.